the court to set aside order on the grounds that the court lacked jurisdiction and also to make an order directing INEC and APC to conduct fresh primary elections in Zamfara State instead of voiding the party's victory. Counsel to Kabiru Marafa Mike Ozehome SAN urged the court to dismiss the appeal on the grounds that it amounts to asking the court to sit on appeal over its judgment. He argued that with the recent decision of the court in Imo and Bayelsa states, the application ought to have quietly withdrawn the appeal. And those are the stories trending at this hour. Thank you so much for watching.
Sometimes it gets to a point where politics takes the back seat for the necessary work of nation building. This is when certain events help galvanize the collective will for action, protection, rescue or resistance. Such movements occur in the past days in Lagos, calling more poignantly into focus the need for greater collaboration, synergy, patriotism and the unity of purpose. However, politics being politics will find many places to surface. The ruling All Progressives Congress is currently witnessing some jousting both in and out of court as the arm wrestling of the helmsman's chair lingers. And in the quest for national development, we also ask the question, what role for the youths? This is Political Update on the NTA. I'm Fisai Ogunfui. Welcome. The Abuja Court Division of the Court of Appeal has ordered a stay of execution of the ruling by the Federal High Court Abuja, which suspended Adams Oshiomhole as the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, pending the determination of the suit filed by Adams Oshiomhole. The appellate court, in a ruling by a three-man panel of justices led by Justice Yaya Datijo, issued an interlocutory injunction restraining the respondents from taking steps to give effect to the High Court ruling, pending the determination of the appeals filed before it by counsel to Adams Oshiomhole. The court also granted an order of interim injunction restraining the defendants from taking any action that will violate the order of stay of execution granted by the court. The court, in addition, asked the parties to settle the matter amicably without resorting to the court. The order of the appellate court was in response to the ex parte application filed by Adams Oshiomhole through his team of lawyers led by Chief Wole Olanipekun SAN. The court subsequently fixed Thursday, the 19th of March, to hear the two appeals. We understand that a National Working Committee meeting is underway now at the National Secretariat of the APC. Our reporter Saliu Abdullahi is there to give us an update. Saliu, are you there?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for joining me here at the APC National Secretariat. Like you said, the NWC, the National Working Committee meeting of the party is going on. The meeting actually commenced at exactly 1:37 this afternoon. And the chairman, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, arrived the party amidst cheers by some state chairmen who were on ground to receive him, and quickly went to his office and later joined his colleagues, the NWC members, at the NWC hall. And he made it clear at the opening, he addressed journalists and told the media that actually the party, as a progressive party, as a pro-poor party, is bound to face challenges has witnessed within the past few days. And he assured Nigerians and especially members of the party that the party is not divided, that the party remains intact, and that what happens should not is what is actually expected, and as one of the hallmarks of democracy. And he used the opportunity to urge members of the party across the country and all over that they should remain united and not to allow what happened deter them from moving forward as a progressive family, and most importantly, bring the dividends of democracy to Nigerians as promised by the present administration led by President Muhammadu Buhari. He said what is important now as members of the party is, especially the National Working Committee members, 21 of them, is to come together, align themselves with what the agenda of the administration is all about. That is, to fighting corruption, fighting insecurity. In fact, he was specific about what is going on now, that the country needs them now. They need to add value to what the government is doing now by way of sharing quality ideas, so that the promise made to the people will be clear and Nigerians will see in evidence.
Thank you, Saliu. Let me ask you one more question before I let you go. Is everybody in attendance as far as the NWC members are concerned?
Yes. In fact, there is not few of them are not here attending the NWC meeting. The chairman himself, has others, like the legal advisor of the party, the acting national secretary, that is Victor Gaidon, is here in attendance, and even the party's national vice chairman, Northeast, Comrade Mustafa Saliu, is in attendance. And it will interest you to know that even the newly appointed deputy national chairman of the party in the South, talking about former governor of Oyo State, Senator Abiola Ajimobi, is also in attendance.
So thank
Kadiri, who was on suspension, is also attending the meeting.
All right, thank you very much, Saliu. Thank you very much, Saliu, for the update. Hopefully, before the end of the day, you give us a comprehensive report. Thank you very much for being there. That's Saliu Abdullahi, our reporter out there at the APC Secretariat. I will be giving us updates of the meeting, the NWC meeting. Now, joining us to put all this conundrum into proper perspective, two APC members, Prince Sule Ekosami from Kebbi, while Aliu Shehu is also here with us. Saliu, perhaps you'll still give us one or two updates before we go. But Prince is here, of course, and Liu Shehu of the young stakeholders of the APC. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
So right now, how are we so far as the breakdance is concerned?
Thank you very much for having us. It is clear that our house is back in order. It is clear that the president and other well-meaning party members, the hierarchy of our party, have intervened. And we want to thank the president for making sure that our party and our house is back in order. So what it means is Adams Oshomole, being the chairman of our party, based on the decision of the Court of Appeal, restraining him, has vacated that order, and what it means is that he is back as the national chairman of our party.
All right, Prince Sule, what do we expect from this NWC meeting? Is it supposed to be a meeting of brothers, and perhaps at the end of the day we'll see some amicable resolutions and something by way forward?
Yes, you should expect any ruling party anywhere in a democracy in Africa, there will be tension. Normally, when after election, people are clamoring for offices, they've lost out, some people have lost out in several ages. So there will be a lot of tension. So this is normal. You expect all this tension. So every meeting that you see APC holding, be it NEC meetings, stakeholders, whatever, is a meeting that is fashioned to actually give progress support to this current administration, because the government, the president has a lot to do. We are not expected to be getting all these distractions on very major issues that is facing our country today. So we expect it's going to be a harmonious meeting, a resolution. Basically, we don't expect any war. We are a very progressive party. A lot of people see it as a vehicle. We don't. It's actually a body meant to fashion our good policies of this particular country. So we expect the best to come out of it. Eventually, we expect utmost stability and peace in our party, so that Mr. President can actually accomplish so many things he has started during his first tenure.
Sure, let me take you back a bit. Did you exhaust all avenues within the party, internal party resolution instruments, before perhaps going the way of the courtrooms?
Yes, thank you very much. And from the ruling, you can see that the court has said, go back and settle amicably. There are internal mechanisms that every member who is aggrieved must follow before you resort to going to court. That was not totally exhausted before some aggrieved members went to court. But we thank God that right now they are towing the path of peace, and they are back on the table. And by the grace of God, I can tell you authoritatively that our party is back, and is back for good for Nigerians.
Okay, let me stay with you before I go to Prince
please.
Finally for this part of it. From the perspective of the youths, how are you trying to at least make sure that all feathers that were ruffled at the beginning, there's some kind of resolution and everybody's on board?
Yes, thank you very much. If you followed us keenly as the young stakeholders of this party, who are majorly, like I always say, the major stakeholders of the party, we have tried to maintain a balance to see where this whole boha is taking us. And by the grace of God, we are the next generation of leaders. So for us, it is better, and it is in our own good, that everything that is being done today is resolved amicably, so that they can bequeath a country that is well and healthy for us.
All right, I hesitated to shake you because I know that you have been out of the country for a while. So, but notwithstanding, you need to, tell us from your own perspective what you've seen in terms of, the mood in camp generally, in spite of all the verbal jousting that we have seen in some sections of the press before now, and what you expect moving forward.
This is democracy at play, just like I tell you. Any party in power, you will have opposition sometimes within government or within the party. People will have grievances from primary election to general election up till the time that even he became chairman. Or even as the government is moving, there are people with grievances. So somehow people take advantage of some lacuna, which eventually is in every party, and they push yourself. But going forward, I can tell you this government has a lot of challenges that it's facing right now. The government is facing insecurity head-on. There are a lot of economic reforms going on head-on. Already now we have a coronavirus which is affecting our social status and the economy of the entire world. So this is a big challenge to everyone. So this is normal for you to see people with apprehension from the side. Remember, our party is very big. We have absorbed so many people from the opposition. And some of them actually came into the party to use it as a vehicle. When they don't succeed ensuring that their vehicle is taking them to the journey they are going to, they will create all these issues. And some of us that understand that very well, on the one we said, is a national party for national democratic integration, for peace, for stability, for progressive ideas. When you come for a vehicle for you to achieve a particular office and you lose, we'll put our eyes on you, because we don't allow you to pollute our party and ensure that people are losing confidence in our party. And we cannot allow that.
All right, let me stay with that, can I call it your anecdote on the vehicle, and say that for this particular discussion, we have reached the bus stop. But meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari met with APC governors yesterday. Let's hear from our State House correspondent, Adamu Sambo.
16 out of the 20 APC governors from across Nigeria attended a crucial meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari, who is the leader of the party. Discussions that lasted about 30 minutes behind closed doors centered on the leadership crisis rocking the governing party, its implications on governance, especially the implementation of the next level agenda of the Buhari presidency and the best way forward. Chairman of the Progressives Governors Forum and Governor of Kebbi State, Atiku Bagudu, spoke to newsmen after the meeting.
We discussed about party issue and show appreciation to Mr. President, how he has given access to each of us individually and collectively. And among the issues we discussed was the need with the resolution that the governors have taken to work together and resolve all the issues in the party, in our party. And also to seek Mr. President support to postpone the National Executive Council meeting that was scheduled for tomorrow until such a time that the governors are able to report back.
Has he agreed to that?
Yes.
No date has yet been fixed for the National Executive Committee meeting of the governing APC.
All right, in the second leg of discussion, the whole of Nigeria is with Lagos State at this moment in what has been described as one man-made disaster too many in Nigeria's densely populated commercial city. The governor of the state, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, after visiting the scene of the Abuja explosion, was at the presidential villa to brief President Muhammad Buhari. Let's take that report and then we'll come for our discussion.
Mr. President was very gracious to receive me and to ask me about where we are and what has happened.
Armed with various pictures on the unfortunate Sunday morning incident in Abuja, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu showed President Muhammadu Buhari the extent and the level of destruction suffered by Lagosians as a result of the gas and pipeline explosion, which he described as better imagined. He told the president that a high-powered committee led by the deputy governor of the state has been set up to come up with full report on the immediate and remote causes of the incident, what can be done to avert future occurrence, as well as set up an emergency relief fund in aid of the victims.
Say for a 2 billion fund that we believe might not speak to all of the things, but at least it will begin to speak to all of the immediate challenges. And the state government immediately have instructed that 250 million naira should be set aside and put into that fund. Before I left too, I had given instruction that Loma, Neighborhood Watch, and also LASEMA, they've immediately set in motion a cleaning up exercise, because we now need to begin to do restoration and restoration of the entire environment. So that, I imagine, had started now, so that we can begin to bring back some element of normalcy back to those communities.
Describing the incident as unprecedented in Lagos State, Governor Sanwo-Olu said his administration will henceforth be firm and fair on matters relating to public safety and security.
Joining us now is Honorable Ogene Ego, member representing Amu Ward of Federal Constituency in the Federal House of Representatives. Now, Honorable, Abule is in your constituency.
Yes.
First, our sincere condolences to those people who lost their lives in your constituency. Just last week we had you here. Yeah. We didn't know that such a disaster was lying somewhere in the dark pages waiting.
Yeah. On Sunday, I was in church when messages came that there was a huge explosion in my constituency. I couldn't imagine it. I came out to try to fathom what was happening. After the church, I reached out to my constituency, and what they told me, I couldn't believe. One of the biggest disasters that Nigeria has ever witnessed. A blast that was so strong that houses that were about half a kilometer away all scattered into pieces. Some houses that were about 3 kilometers away, the roofs blew off. And some about 4 kilometers away, glasses got shattered and ceiling came in. It's unbelievable. The force of the bomb, the force of the explosion is so much that we cannot imagine. What we are told happened was that there is somebody who manufactures or works on gas here gas bottles. And some were there, and a vehicle came to collect some and mistakenly hit some of the bottles, and they hit each other, and they set off a chain reaction, an explosion. And unfortunately, about 10 or 15 meters away is where the pipeline of NNPC was dug. The force of this thing was so much that even the pipeline from under ripped off and a fire appeared. It's so sad, it's unbelievable. You know, properties that people have labored to build over the years, mighty buildings, all scattered. But the saddest aspect is a life that was lost. And a school that is close by, one of the best schools in Lagos State, Lazarus Secondary School, that was set up by the Catholic Church for girls only. You know, people lost their life. This place got scattered. And the most painful thing is that the Reverend Sister, who is the principal, was determined to save every student. Was running from place to place, bringing out the children, bringing out. By the time she brought out the last person, the roof caved in, and she gave her life. So it's so sad. You only need to go there, you know, to see what is happening.
In terms of, you visited the area, and have you been able to, at least in terms of, you know, some basic palliatives to make sure that at least people have somewhere to lie down and all that? What are the efforts so far?
Yesterday I was here with the Speaker. I must thank the Speaker of the House, Honorable Dr. Bajabi Amila, for, you know, coming along with me to see the people, to commiserate with them. I must also thank the Governor of Lagos State, because shortly before we left Abuja there, the Governor have also visited them. And I'm happy that Lesama is on ground. Even Nema is on ground. This morning I've written a letter to Nema, telling them the magnitude of the bomb blast, and that they should provide some relief materials. But with the effort of Lagos State, Lesama and Co., some relief is being done. And already you can hear the governor have set up a fund of about 2 billion naira. It may not be enough, but that is a good way to start. So I'm very grateful to the governor, because it's my constituency. I will say I'm the chief mother on this issue. And some of those who were affected, I know them to their churches and the community. Even people, so many people I know, churches lost some part of their building, and individuals. A lot of people are homeless. It's a very sad situation. It's a natural disaster.
The governor was here to see the president, and already action has been. But in terms of you know, future occurrences, we must begin to look at safety measures, and also siting of some of these you know, buildings or facilities that have highly volatile materials in communities that are densely populated.
Yes, I've been looking at the issue. How did the NNPC pipeline down got blown off? Because nobody dug it. You know, the blast was on the surface. And from what I can gather, the NNPC pipeline, some of them are just half a meter deep. Such pipelines, I understand that generally, they are supposed to be about 2 meters deep, so that no matter what happened up, it does not affect them. And secondly, some of them are not coated. That is a pipe. And some of the pipes are very old. Some are more than 30 to 40 years old. You know, by general standard, they are supposed to have replaced some of them. So a lot of blame also goes to NNPC and also to government, because some of the houses were too close to the place. They are supposed to be a little bit right of way, which it appears was not.
That's talking about the Lagos State government now.
Well, those who give approval. I don't know whether it's Lagos State, because part
the
of
local government.
Yeah, federal government. Some are federal land, some are Lagos State land, you know, in the area. So we don't know, but those officials who give approval, you know, should have been able to tell the people, move a bit. But even then, the force of the blast was so much that no matter the distance you give to it, it will still have affected the buildings. I don't know what happened, how that blast, you know, the effect got so much like that. And so many people are dead, some are in the hospital. It's a sad day for my constituency and a sad day to Nigeria. So our only appeal is that we should support the governor's effort, so that let Nigerians raise money, let us pour money into the fund to be able to take care of our people.
All right, Honorable Oganego, we want to commiserate with you and your constituency on this sad development. That has been Political Update for today. Stay with the NTA for news, reviews, previews, and interviews. My name is Fisai Ogunfuyi. Thanking you for staying tuned. All the best. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Carry your weight. Go on, carry your weight. Come town. They say one big disease don't enter town, okay?
What do you mean the name of the disease?
Coronavirus, okay? They say the disease, eh? If they fly for air like this, like windshield. What do you make we pass? What do you make we go?
Oga, stop am now. Corona not dey fly like winch, and running away not go solve the problem.
What is the solution?
Good question. Federal Ministry of Health don join hands with Federal Ministry of Information and Culture. Say, if we follow some very simple instructions, we go prevent the spread of this coronavirus. Anytime when you sneeze or cough, cover your nose and your mouth with your hand. Wash your hand regularly with soap or any hand sanitizer wey contain alcohol. Avoid crowded places, but if you must go where people dey, make sure say you wear your face mask. Make sure say you boil your meat well, make it done. Avoid places when animals dey, but if you must go where animals dey, wear your face mask and your hand gloves. Any face mask or hand glove wey you don use, make sure say you throw am properly, make somebody else no go see am use. Those of una when they spit for public anyhow, make una no dey spit like that, because that kind anyhow spit fit spread the disease. Make una no eat all those animals like rat, bat, snake, monkey, and any animal wey die of sickness. Make una drink plenty of water, because plenty of water dey help. Make una no spread fake news. Make una no share false information. Make una no cause unnecessary panic, because Ebola come this country. All of us join hands, we push am enter corner. So this coronavirus, if all of us join hands, we go also push am enter corner.
This is the network service of the NTA.